welcome back to another episode of Clark Crew Reviews. It's your boy Donovan Jr. and Novi. So, this review is hella late. This is our movie review of Spider-Man Homecoming. Let me move the microphone closer to make sure. Stop, boy, looking at yourself in the screen. So, we seen Spider-Man I said Homecoming again. God dog it. Spider-Man Far From Home. We seen Spider-Man Far From Home last Wednesday, one of the first couple nights it came out. Went and seen it. I was contemplating even putting this review out because I was so late, but I was like, hey, I got to put this review out. Everybody else is, and they're talking about it breaking records, making a lot of money. If it doesn't make $1 billion, then Marvel gets it back. And can my son sit here without moving his hands around and making faces in the screen? Sit still, boy. So, for me, and I'll let Novi speak for herself, Junior's opinion really doesn't count right now because he's delusional because he likes Spider-Man as his favorite hero. Spider-Man Far From Home really didn't do much for me. I give it a solid I actually give it a B minus for real. There was a point in time in watching the movie. Far From Home actually reminded me of Iron Man 3. And Iron Man 3, I did not enjoy. I mean, it had its moments. I mean, it's Iron Man, so it's going to have like the creativity part. It's always going to be cool with Tony Stark and his adventures. But there's a point in time in the movie where Far From Home reminded me of Iron Man 3, and that's not a good thing. The first 45 minutes of the movie was teenage high school drama. Had a few highlights. You know, Spider-Man is a cool character from his athleticism, that's all I'm going to call it, and you know, being an acrobat and, you know, his superpowers in general. An intelligent character. They still got him in high school. This is after they called it the blip instead of like the decimation, where and they showed a point of view. You know, this might be a slight spoiler, but you know, the point of view of other people when Thanos snapped his fingers. And then everybody came back 5 years later, but everybody else is 5 years older. So that I did like that point of view or that, you know, note within the story, but I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Novi? Yeah. What did you think, Junior? What did you think of Spider-Man movie? Anything else? Okay. Is there any other word you would like to use to describe it? Did you have a favorite part?
I like the one where he tries and beats the big guy.
Yeah, he was fighting a lot of people. They called them elementals in the movie. There's a slight twist to it, but partly why the twist reminds me of Iron Man 3 is because it was disappointing. And I mean, if you know anything about Spider-Man's mythology and his villains, it was predictable. There was a way where they tied it into some of the previous MCU movies.
And also, the big guy was trying to kill Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man was trying to get killed. A lot of people were trying to kill Spider-Man in this movie. Nobody really cares about secret identities anymore in superhero movies or TV shows. I say that about the Flash. Everybody knows the Flash is on the CW TV series and Arrow. Nobody cares about secret identities anymore. There was a part in the movie where he got his Peter Tingle or his Spidey sense back, and he was fighting off. It was at the final act when he was going at Mysterio. That was probably the best part of the movie. There was also a scene where Mysterio was using, I guess, his ability or technology, if you would, to do a sequence to mess with Peter. And it kind of reminded me of Scarecrow from Batman, because, you know, he uses hallucinogens to mess with Batman or his victims. That's what it reminded me of, or at least showed me the potential of what that would look like in live action. I know he had it in Batman Begins, but this like they took it up a notch with this. Um, not to try to avoid spoilers, but in the final act, I was talking to a guy from work, and it's like what was causing the issue, an EMP would have solved everything, but instead Spider-Man dived into the problem literally head first from a plane. So, but like an EMP would have solved everything, but it would have made the story too easy. The most exciting part of the movie was probably the mid-credit scene, right? So he's going to defeat Mysterio. It's not a spoiler. Like he's going to defeat Mysterio. He does defeat Mysterio.
Daddy, are you just talking about Spider-Man?
Yes.
What?
So he defeats Mysterio, and there's a mid-credit scene, and Mysterio sets him up to where it looks like something else happened, and then he does something that's going to affect Spider-Man in the MCU. And it was probably the best 60 seconds of the movie.
His uncle inside
That's Into the Spideyverse, which we've watched like 60 times on Netflix. And then there's a post-credit scene which kind of hints at Secret Invasion, but not so much. But I give See, you got me talking about Into the Spideyverse. I give Far From Home a B-. It's a teenage drama. Had some cool moments with the Spider-Man. How could you not have any cool moments without Spider-Man? It didn't blow me away. The plot twist was expected. It didn't fool anybody. Some of the action was really cool. It's not the best Spider-Man movie ever. That's Spider-Man Into the Spideyverse, even though it's not live action. I don't care what anybody says. That's the best Spider-Man movie made so far. Huh? And Doc Ock is Into the Spideyverse, Spider-Man verse. But like it's okay. Like I said, it reminds me of Iron Man 3. Yes, he's in there too. It reminds me of Spider-Man 3. Iron Man 3. Okay? Talking about Spider-Man all the time got me mixing my words up. But yeah. B- for me. It didn't blow me away. What you think? So she's a step above me. Did you like it a lot?
Yeah.
Okay. Who would have guessed from a Spider-Man fan? I know we're late. We apologize. If you agree or disagree, let us know in the comment section down below. While you're here, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. If we get a notification that you subscribe to us, we'll subscribe back to you. So next time, game recognize the game. Y'all take it easy. Peace.